Hi guys, good evening from yours truly, Eva Usen. Today we're going to be having a straightforward conversation, and it's about an experience that I recently had. Um, there is this thing that I have termed the most or one of the most annoying excuses to treat someone bad. I feel like we've taken this self awareness into a good level. So I'm going to be recounting an experience I had recently that, just sparked up this conversation we're having. Now, um, some weeks ago, for the sake of social media, I'm going to be saying Mr. A and Mr. B. Some weeks ago, I was having a conversation with someone in my circle, Mr. A. And Mr. A is an elderly person, like he's much older than I am. And Mr. A is used to saying certain things, and I've never, like said, oh no, don't say that to me because this is Nigeria where Africans they respect culture, don't protest, don't talk back, don't ask questions. So the last conversation Mr. A and I had was something that didn't sit well with me. Like the statements he made hurt me. Subtly hinted that I was offended by the questions or by the statement rather. Now, after the conversation, Mr. B, who is younger than Mr. A, but has direct access to Mr. A, Mr. B is someone that can correct Mr. A, reached out to me and the conversation came up. So I was like, I didn't like that Mr. A said what he said to me because it hurt me. And Mr. B went, now what for you, said for? You should know Mr. A by now. I'm like, I shouldn't know nothing. Like, I don't owe it to Mr. A to know him. Do you get? I don't owe it to him to understand. He hurt me. He said something that hurt, and I don't like it. I don't have to understand that that's who he is. There's nobody that was born to trigger others. So if you're saying something and it hurt the person, and the person is able to work up the courage to walk up to you and say, this is what you said the other day and it hurt me. Or even if they're not able to work up the courage to walk up to you. But if you're talking to someone, that's why it's communication. You understand that I've said something and this person's stance shows that I've hurt them. I don't think apology has ever killed anyone. So if it's needed, why not offer an explanation and if possible an apology that, oh, this is the reason why I said this and I'm sorry, it's not from that, it's not with bad intention or whatever. But I think that because of this African thing, once you speak up about something, oh, this is that's who they are now. Just forget, you say if you like drama. No, I don't like drama. It hurts, it hurts. This period where we're embarking on this healing journey and we're working towards um, defining boundaries and asserting ourselves. I've, promised myself that when you say something and it hurts, I'm going to make sure I tell you so that next time you do not come back to repeat the same thing. This thing of that's who they are. That's how mommy is now. That's how daddy is now. That's how auntie is now. Now, what for you? Why are you bringing it up now? Just forget. We all experienced it. It's bad. What you're literally telling that person is if people are going through hell, go through hell. Don't ask. Even if there's another way, go this way. Because that's just how it is. That you went through a situation and you didn't speak up does not mean it is okay for the other person to go through it. We all have different elastic limits. And you do not know if I'm at my breaking point. Do you get? I remember that there was also a time that, um, a younger person in my circle, was spoken to in a way that hurt her. Immediately, I spoke to the adult. I was like, no, that's wrong. Because what you've literally just done is break down her self esteem. And after having a conversation with the adult went back to that child and was like, oh, I'm sorry, this. And you would literally see this shift on the face of the child. We need to be better. We need to do better. I think we owe it to the next generation. It is okay to ask questions. It is okay to not be okay and speak up about it. You do not need to be perfect all the time. You have emotions. You do not have to chuck it. Now, I'm not saying that one has to be confrontational all the time. If you can walk away from a situation without feeling bad or without letting a part of yourself go, like if you can walk away without confronting the person and you didn't kill any part of yourself for peace to reign, then that's okay. But if you're doing it at the expense of yourself, at the expense of your mental health, just so that peace will reign, I think it is really unhealthy, and it needs to be corrected. You need to define those boundaries. If you're someone that always gives that excuse, that is just who I am, or that is just who they are. I went through it, I did not complain. Ah, but everybody goes through it now. Why are you the one complaining? You'll be the odd one out. Please, I want to be the odd one out as long as I am happy mentally. That main thing that you feel you need to do just to poke at someone or just to get a reaction, and then you end up saying that's just who you are. Don't do it, because you never know. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. We are all a generation of people winging it through with smiling faces, sad hearts. You don't know what I'm going through. I don't know what you're going through. We all have invisible battles that we're fighting. So do not be, someone could literally be at their brink. Do not be the person that tips them over. Be kind. In a world where you can be anything, be kind both to yourself and to others. If you've had this experience, or if you feel differently, or if you have anything to comment on this, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. This is a community, and reach out if you ever, if you're ever at a place where you feel like you need to talk to someone. Reach out to your circle, and lastly, make sure you are fine, because you cannot give what you don't have. If you're not fine, you can look out for those around you. Until next time, it is your girl Eva Usen, and I love you.